Second half of this first of two Limerick Senior Hurling Championship semi-finals here, brought to you on sportinglimerick.com. Currently Doon lead Patrickswell 2-10 to 13 points. An early goal from Dean Coleman and an absolute stunner from Pat Ryan, helping Doon to this lead. We're awaiting Doon's arrival back onto the pitch. Doesn't seem, Kieran, from what we're seeing in front of us here, any other further changes from Patrickswell. We've had one, Dara Hearn, coming in for Peter Harty. Simple question, I suppose, very difficult answer. How do Patrickswell get back into this?
Well, I believe, and myself, my own experience down through the years, these type of matches, games are won at half time in the dressing room with a bit of composure. Go back to the plan that was in place. Patrickswell, the first 10 minutes, blew Doon after. I wouldn't say they blew them out, but they were hurling brilliant. Matt alluded that 10 points scored after 17 or 18 minutes, and they only managed 3 more then for the same amount of time. So basically the start ahead in the first half really is what they're looking for here, and definitely Dermot Burns at centre backs needs to squeeze up and be close to Donovan, and to Patrickswell full back line needs to be a lot more solid if Patrickswell are going to have any chance.
Just about to get underway here. We're waiting. Mike Sexton talking to the Patrickswell management team in front of us here. Bit of laughing and joking, but Matt, Kieran alluded to it there, games are won and lost at half time. Doon are certainly at the moment in the ascendancy, but the big question is, you said it in our half-time talk as well, the big challenge is for them now is to show, do we have the mettle to get through this?
Yeah, it is. As Kieran said it right at the outset, they've been huffing and puffing for a number of years now, and huffing and puffing already in this competition. Now is that opportunity. They're in pole position to put two very strong, good performances together. They made a statement against Kilmallock. They can make a huge statement here over the next 30 minutes.
And we are back underway here as Jack Kelleher gives a hand pass off. It's Gillan with possession now. He kicks it back to Kelleher. Kelleher now is never going to get a shot away there under pressure from 3 Doon players. But indeed, it's Dara Stapleton now with the ball for Doon. Kicked into him by Aaron Gillan. A slow, shaky enough start to this second half, but it's Doon coming away with it. And it's Patrick Cummins with the ball. He lays it back to the very impressive Denny Maloney. Straight one down the middle from Denny. Should be dealt with by Mark Carmody. And it is. He's under pressure from Pat Ryan, but Carmody managed to get away. It's not the best of clearances though, and it's Barry Murphy with the ball for Doon. As you've seen the first half, he's not the man to give the ball to. He gives it off to Josh Ryan, and Josh Ryan taps it over the bar. And from a Patrickswell point of view, Kieran, they're not going to be happy with that concession at that point.
No, Mark Carmody is way better than that now. He went down and gathered his ball right and just give away cheap possession straight back to Doon player and over the bar. It's too easy, too soft.
Great puck up from Brian Murray. Looks for Keane Lynch. Keane Lynch looked to have had it in his hand, but it's flicked away from, and Doon come away with it. It's well blocked there. It's Mikey O'Brien that was blocked, and it's Calvin Carroll with a massive game in the first half. It's Calvin Carroll getting his first shot away. The second half seems to be high and tailing to the right, and indeed it is wide, waved wide. But what, Matt? Calvin Carroll, 4 points in the first half. Superbly impressive performance from him thus far outside of that chance there.
Yeah, it was a superb. Any young lad, and he's a minor in senior company, getting 4 points. Absolutely tremendous first half for him. He'll be disappointed with that one, especially seeing that it would have been the perfect response to Doon's early point from Josh Ryan.
As Josh Considine diverts a bit of danger there for Patrickswell with a low short pull along the ground. Dara Hearn now in possession. First time he's got a chance to get the ball. It's flicked away from him. Comes to Kevin O'Brien though, under pressure from Richie English. O'Brien with the chance to shoot. It's not a good one. Should be easy for Cathal McNamara, and it is. McNamara now looking to pick someone out. It's an awful clearance from Cathal McNamara. Straight to Aaron Gillan. Chance here now for Patrickswell to get their first score of the game. Back to Calvin Carroll, 40 metres from goal. He's not going to miss a chance like that. That's his 5th score of the game. And Kieran, poor clearance for Doon. Another needless concession of a point there.
Oh, without doubt, Kevin O'Brien had a lovely chance for a score, but he dropped a shot to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper tried to look for a perfect pass, intercepted by Aaron Gillan out to Kelvin Carroll over the bar.
Back to the 3-point lead now for Doon after that score from Calvin Carroll. As I mentioned, his 5th from play today. Superb performance from the young minor. As Cathal McNamara gets on the way, it's Carroll again that's there, but it's flicked on by John Hayes from a Doon point of view. Coleman, high ball across as Barry Murphy has a yard here. Murphy maybe a bit blinded by the sun there, couldn't get a hand up, but he gets a half lock on Dermot Burns. As O'Donovan now, Darrell O'Donovan under pressure from Burns, looking to make up for it. Smart ball back from O'Donovan to John Hayes. Hayes now wouldn't be noted for a scoring, but gives it off to Coleman. Coleman didn't look. It's going to drop short anyway. Square ball. In fact, Mike Sexton's brought things back for a free. It's Calvin Carroll That's going to get us talking to her. Didn't quite see it. I was following the ball, Matt.
No, I didn't see it either, but obviously it was something slightly after the ball going. It is Calvin Carroll, definitely he's talking to. Dermot Burns is intervening there, I think, on behalf of his colleagues' behalf, but Mike Sexton is having none of it. It's a yellow card for the young lad, but that will not tarnish in any way, in my view, the performance that Calvin Carroll has put on here today for Patrickswell.
Indeed, it's the first yellow card of this afternoon's action as Barry Murphy lines up this free. Doon leading 11 to 14 points in the early stage of this second half. At 3:45 p.m. we're showing the second game live on sportinglimerick.com. That second semi-final between the Piarsaigh and Kilmallock, last year's finalists, with the Piarsaigh of course getting to an All-Ireland final, as Murphy extends Doon's lead with consummate ease. Fine free from Barry Murphy and Kieran. Matt has mentioned it. Barry Murphy, if you give him as many chances as Patrickswell have given him from frees and a couple from play as well, you're going to be punished.
Yeah, very good. And in fairness, he's bringing his A game to the semi-final today. That last passage of play, actually, Dean Coleman just dummy to the left, struck right without looking, and Calvin Carroll kind of came in late, and it was a late block down. So I think he kind of touched the hand. That's the reason he got the yellow card. A total accident, that, to be fair.
It's a free for Patrickswell. It was Jack Kelleher that was fouled after Brian Murray's puck out. It's going to be a chance for Dermot Burns. He knocked one over in the first half from a very similar position. On that occasion, he was aided by a fairly gentle breeze, it has to be said. Heading into the city end, it's Burns now and lines this one up. It's as clean a strike as you'll get, and it's straight over the bar from Dermot Burns. We're back to a 3-point game, Matt.
Yeah, Dermot Burns will pot those all day. It was straight in front of the goal. He's one of the finest long strikers that there is in the game, not just in Limerick but in the game, and that was with ease that Dermot Burns put that one over.
Cathal McNamara now getting played back underway. It's a huge long puck out here. Patrick Cummins goes up to catch it. It's John Hayes looking for it now, and it's a bit of a battle. It's brought away here by Tommy O'Brien from Patrickswell. O'Brien now gets away from Patrick Cummins. O'Brien was shooting chance from Tommy O'Brien. It's a superb score from Tommy O'Brien. 40-yard run up along this left wing. Absolute no bother to him whatsoever, and Kieran, a fantastic score. Tommy's second of the game.
Yeah, they have to bring him out in the half hour. He's speed to burn, to be fair, and all he wants it really is a good pass in his hand. If he sees grass, he'll go straight into it, and that was a very impressive point right at our eye line here.
2 points between the teams now as McNamara gets play underway. He's aimed on the left hand side here, looking for Dara Stapleton. It's broken down by Josh Conson, and Shawnee O'Brien adds to it here, and Patrickswell have possession. They've earned a free, fouled by Dara Stapleton, and Mike Sexton seems to be calling Dara Stapleton over. Didn't think there was too much in it, but it's a talking to at least anyway here for Dara Stapleton. Matt, we've 6 minutes now exactly played. 2 points, very even start to the second half.
Even start, but I suppose even Patrickswell will probably have slightly the upper hand in what we've seen so far. Like, they have closed the gap to 2 points. They're very, very, very much in the game. I think Doon have conceded a few needless frees. All right, maybe there was a bit of a needless free given away there by Patrickswell, which Barry Murphy converted. But certainly in the last couple of minutes, certainly Patrickswell seemed to be having slightly the upper hand.
Long range effort from Dermot Burns, only 20 yards from his own 21 metre line. It was a big effort, but a tail to the right and wide. And it's McNamara now looking downfield to see where he's going to put this one. The majority of them have laid down on top of Dara Stapleton. This one's heading in the same direction as Pat Ryan, who's out for this one. Superb catch from Ryan. Strike it goal straight away from Pat Ryan. And that's a sensational score from the Doon full forward. He's been coming out all game for the puck outs, and Kieran now from that score you can see why.
Outstanding score, straightforward hurling puck out. He went up, caught it slightly, went a little run to the right and over the bar. Very hard to defend when you grab a ball out of the air like that. Super score.
13 to 16 points in favour of Doon. They've restored their lead from half time as Cian Lynch. Great catch from Lynch under pressure from Mikey O'Brien and Josh Ryan. Lynch still going out to Lark Considine now. Considine, that's going to go right to the wide. Lark Considine now seems to be operating around the middle of the field the last couple of minutes. Jack Kelleher, of course, as Kieran informs me, has gone inside to the full forward line. And plays Kieran, he's well used to.
Oh, he is, but to be fair, I'd say he's probably getting an old breather. Patrickswell have the ability to do that, go in there for 5 minutes, give me a break, and you'll probably see it come back to what it was in about 5 more minutes.
Puck out won by Dara Stapleton from Doon. Stapleton now with a chance to shoot. It's on his left side, probably his weaker. It's a fine effort from Stapleton, and that looks good from here, and it's over the bar again. Dara Stapleton's third of the game, as Kieran mentioned earlier, more noted at times for his goalkeeping abilities, but 3 superb points today, Kieran. Maybe you may be better off putting them out the field. It's 21s rather than goals.
Yeah, 3 great scores, and he's a very clever hurler. Wouldn't be the quickest, wouldn't be the most stylish, right? But in fairness to him, he knows exactly how to keep it nice and simple, his limitations. You have to get 3 great scores in the semi-final of Senior County Championship. It's top class for him.
Back with playing, it's another free for Patrickswell. Gillan will line up, but Matt, as Kieran said, he may not be the most stylish hurler, Dara Stapleton. He's had a huge impact. Doon have put most of the puck outs down his side. I can't remember, certainly one clear ball at Patrickswell have won.
No, certainly, and Pat Ryan coming there, winning the one previous to that. In the context of the game, Doon are after getting 2 superb scores, one after another. They could be huge in the context of the outcome of this game.
As Gillan strikes this one, we're waiting to see. It's gone over the bar. 2-14 to 17 points with 9 minutes of the second half played. Tight game again, 3 points in it like there was at half time, as McNamara gets about to get play underway again. It's a short puck up from Cathal McNamara at this stage. Stevie Ryan, it's not a great strike from Stevie Ryan. You'd have to question that decision to give the short puck out on that occasion. It's Gillan now trying to win it back. Gillan now can't, and it's Denny Maloney who flicks it away, but Stevie Ryan again maybe a bit rattled from that missed clearance. It's Ed Kiley tidies up. Mikey O'Brien to Josh Ryan. Considine flicks it away from Josh Ryan, and it's Cian Lynch. Well, it's a wild pull, but as Kieran's mentioned next to me, he clearly got the ball. Mike Sexton is seeing otherwise. Mikey O'Brien is on the ground. Seen from our angle here that he got nothing but ball, but Mike Sexton has blown up anyway. Kieran, as you said, seems to have got the ball.
Yeah, I think Michael probably went slightly early there, to be fair. I suppose Keane was winding up and looking ahead to say, what's happening here? But he was well within his rights. He made contact to the ball, so it is a goal. It is a puck out, so he just kind of went early with the whistle, I believe.
Either way, it's Mikey O'Brien that's down from Doon's point of view. O'Brien's had a fantastic game, and Cian Lynch, Matt, it has to be said, really came into it in the last quarter of the first half and has led Doon fairly well from the centre back position today.
Yeah, I suppose it's a classic example of players playing on each other and both playing very well, and certainly Cian Lynch is one of Patrickswell's most influential players. Now Mike Sexton is having a word with him, and I'd say there'll be no bookwork, there won't be anything. As Kieran says, he probably blew a little too soon. Mikey O'Brien is still down, but it looks as if he'll be okay. And I'd probably say we'll be restarting with a free to Doon, possibly.
Matt, there was an old saying back in my time, men, ball and all, and that was a very good example, because he was after jab lifting it. Keane came from behind him with his speed. He was well within his rights, and but I see Mike having a little chirp with Keane. Right, obviously he's going to that to justify his decision, but no, it's a free for Doon.
Indeed, it is a free. Questionable call from Mike Sexton on that occasion. Kieran probably called it right with saying he blew that a little bit early when he saw Keane winding up the strike. Either way, it's Cathal McNamara now, who with the advantage of a slight breeze will look to deliver this. In fact, he goes short. It's Denny Maloney in acres of space here. Maloney will certainly have a shy at goal from here. It's a long range effort from Denny Maloney. It's dropping just wide of the post. But Kieran, Patrickswell switched off there. Afforded Denny Maloney the chance.
Yeah, it's Doon are dominating for 3 minutes, Patrickswell are dominating for 3 minutes, but it has the makings of a good game. But it's the team really that is going to be most composed and disciplined, is the team that's going to win this.
Superb catch for Aaron Gillan. He's looking at goal, opposite tap it over the bar, but brilliant catch from Patrickswell's Aaron Gillan. He cuts their advantage, Doon's advantage that is, 2-14 to 18 points now. Only, Matt, 2 points in it, and as Kieran said, it's tit for tat. Each team dominating at different stages, but either way, it's been a cracking contest of hurling so far.
Cracking contest and some cracking scores to embellish it, and we spoke about some of the scores being score of the match earlier on. That was an absolute incredible score, because it was the catch of Aaron Gillan that was absolutely superb. The way he made space for himself and went for it, and an excellent point. Could possibly, for a second or two, a goal chance maybe on. But look, he'd be happy with his point.
Indeed he will, as Doon back in possession now. It's Patrick Cummins. Cummins finds John Hayes. Hayes unable. That's a blatant dive from Hayes. And Kevin O'Brien comes out. The second one isn't a blatant dive, it's a frontal charge. Although I'd say Kevin did make a bit of a meal of it. Either way, it's a free for Patrickswell. Kieran, a couple of acrobatics there.
Yeah, I thought I was looking at Ronaldo there for a minute now. It was a blatant all dive, but Pat Ryan came in with a frontal shoulder into the chest when Mike Sexton was bang on, a blatant free out.
Dermot Burns preparing to take this with 13 minutes of the second half played. Doon leading Patrickswell by 2 points, 2-14 to 18 points in this Limerick Senior Hurling Championship semi-final. It's Richie English on the ball now, under pressure from Gillan, but he gets around Gillan very easy, and English with consummate ease plays it off to Denny Maloney. Maloney steps past Calvin Carroll, showing all his experience, launches it long. He's looking for Dean Coleman or Pat Ryan. It's Josh Considine gets the block in it. But it's Doon with the ball. It's Pat Ryan with the ball, Ryan with the strike. That's a 3-point lead for Doon. A loose ball picked up by Pat Ryan, and very, very easily Matt puts that one over.
Yeah, it's a close game, very exciting game, tit for tat, and in close games and good games, it's all about big men standing up. We got a classic example of it there. Kieran alluded to the contribution of Denny Maloney made in the first half. He put the ball right into the direction of Pat Ryan. Now, Pat Ryan had a bit of work to do before he won it, but when he won it, his execution was excellent.
2 players down for Patrickswell now. It's Josh Considine and Mark Carmody. We'll see how they're getting on. Kieran?
Yeah, it started back here by Rich English, but I felt Aaron kind of left him out very timid, and kind of, there wasn't any major kind of burst to go to stop the full back from clearing the ball, and as a result don't get a score. So the work rate from our forwards need to go up about 10% compared to what they're doing inside there.
Thoughts of Limerick hurling legend and Patrickswell guru Kieran Carey there as they prepare another sub. It's Brian Nolan into the game for them. Could be a blood sub here for Mark Carmody. That's what it looks to be, as Carmody trots over with Patrickswell's physio Liam Mulcahy over to his near side here in the Mackey stand. Game's going to restart with a Brian Murray puck out, with Doon leading 2-15 to 18 points, as Doon as well are making a sub. And it's Jack Cummins who's on the field, and it's Jack Cummins coming on for Doon. It's John Hayes who's been operating at midfield on Calvin Carroll. Could argue that Calvin's performance so far, John Hayes has done well to stay on this long, but either way it's Brian Murray set to take this puck out for Patrickswell. Murray with a big long high one here. Down in front of us is going to be Cian Lynch. It's going to be a few players. Kevin O'Brien's the one who's gone up. It's Calvin Carroll gets a flick to it, and Kevin O'Brien out the ball. Cian Lynch in front of him. The hand pass was just that little bit off, and that's a shoulder to the chest of Stevie Ryan by Cian Lynch. Probably a fair one, it has to be said, just slightly off.
Slightly off. It mightn't have been a whole pile in it, but it was definitely free. There's a bit of a roar there, right? But like, your man got straight up, didn't that? He kind of dislocated 2 of his collarbones, broke his hip with the one challenge. He met him with a belt of a shoulder. He got up, and a proper decision, free out.
Cathal McNamara with the free here. Matt lining it up, looking at his options.
Yeah, I think he took the last one shortly for a call cross field, and I think he'll go long.
Indeed he does. He's looking there for Patrick Cummins. Hits the helmet of John Flynn and bounces favourably for Patrickswell. It's Nigel Foley with the long clearance. Denny Maloney against Cian Lynch. Fascinating battle. So Maloney got the back ball first, but it's Lynch now in possession for Patrickswell. Lynch now on the run, being chased by Dara Donovan, all Ireland midfield winning partners, but it's a poor effort from Lynch, taken by Ed Kyle. It's Dara Donovan with space. Lynch is trying to get back to him. O'Donovan with a low ball in, looking for Pat Ryan, under pressure from Shawnee O'Brien. Ryan onto his right hand side. Pat Ryan, good pressure from Shawnee O'Brien, it has to be said. Put the pressure on. Pat Ryan was unable to get it on target to the right and wide.
Yeah, and just as we speak now, it looks as if Mark Carmody is going to come back into the game. It was a blood substitution, as you flagged, John, and Brian Nolan is returning to the bench. You would have to say for a minute there that there was an opportunity on for Pat Ryan to stretch the lead to 4 points.
Psychologically went over the bar. It would have hurt Patrickswell, because Patrickswell had 2 opportunity scores here and 2 unforced errors, and Doon would have been punishing them, so psychologically it would have been very hard for the Well to kind of claw their way back.
It's Denny Maloney again with a long ball down, looking for Dara Stable, and Josh Considine's done well on this occasion, and away come Patrickswell with the ball. It's Mark Carmody. It's a long one. It's looking for Lark Considine, who was Kieran flagged earlier. Came out to midfield to give Jack Kelleher a break, but Considine can't win this ball since he's gone back in full forward, working his backside off to win it, but it's Tommy O'Brien who has it into the aforementioned Jack Kelleher back out to O'Brien. O'Brien now shooting, chance for Tommy O'Brien. It's one he's well capable of scoring. It's one he's put straight over the bar. Fantastic score. Tommy O'Brien's third of the game.
Yeah, and a score that Patrickswell wanted, really, to be fair, because I felt Doon were dominating the last 5 minutes, so that was a crucial score and a beautiful score from Thomas off his right hand side.
2:15 to 19 points in favour of Doon with 18 minutes of the second half played. As Cathal McNamara pucks the ball long downfield, it's Doon with possession with Darragh O'Donovan. He's not able to get it up into his hand, and away come Patrickswell in the form of Diarmuid Burns under pressure from Barry Murphy, and it's again Doon coming away. And in the second half they've won them kind of battles. As Josh Ryan now isn't an easy man to stop from here when he's on the run. Ryan now still going. He decides to leave it off to Pat Ryan. Ryan now can't gain possession of it. It's a poor one from Pat Ryan. Got the flick away, but it's cleared away from Nigel Foley, I should say. Looking for Kevin O'Brien. Richie English is there, puts him under pressure, but Kevin O'Brien still has a chance of coming out with the ball. No, says Richie. Kicks it away, flicks away any which way he can. A bit of a ruck developing with the ball here. Neither side able to come out with it at the moment. In the end, it's Ed Kiley who gets possession for Doon. It's Ed Kiley who wins a free off Kevin O'Brien. That could be a huge boost, as someone has said something to Mike Sexton. The free's brought forward. It's going to be right on the midfield spot. A chance for Barry Murphy to extend their lead, Matt.
Yeah, if Barry Murphy comes out, and it is within his compass, it's bang on the halfway line, or slightly maybe a yard inside the Patrickswell half. Were he to put it over, it'll put 3 points between the sides again with 10 minutes to go. This will be the real test of Doon. It will put them tantalisingly close and within touching distance of a county final, and the challenge to them will be, can they see it out?
Having been in the county final since 2000, where they lost on that occasion to Adair. It's Barry Murphy lining up this free just inside the Patrickswell half, as Matt said, up until the 65 metre line. It's Barry Murphy, and that's straight over the black spot you're on. It's a 3-point lead for Doon yet again, and that's as of now. With nearly 10 minutes remaining, they're showing no signs of nerves.
No, but about 2 minutes before that, they were slightly sloppy when they had opportunities. Now is the big test for Doon, right? Are they going to be the Doon of old and kind of put up a show and let the will win? Are they going to be the new Doon under the new present managers and reach a county final for the first time in a good number of years?
Another free for Doon, and it's someone's talked themselves into trouble with Mike Sexton. It's Cian Lynch on this occasion, I think. Just waiting to see, is there a card? It's only a ticking for Cian on this occasion. Bit of a lecture for Mike. Indeed it isn't. It's a yellow card for Cian Lynch as Cathal McNamara prepares this free for Doon. He's given one short and one long when he's come off his line to take the frees. Looks to be lining this up.
I'd say Cian's book in there was from continual frees, about 3 of them. The pull on, I can't think of his name, he did a shoulder on the chest.
Mikey O'Brien, that's it. There was so many frees. It's a long one from Cathal McNamara in around the square, but Brian Murray makes a late call for it to leave it out wide, and that's exactly what's happened. So Murray now hoping to get Patrickswell back into this. They're 3 points down as we've 9 minutes of regular play remaining as Mike Sexton blows his whistle to restart proceedings here. Murray now looking on this left hand side for Aaron Gillan. Gillan now under pressure from Denny Maloney. That's a sensational catch from Dennis Maloney once again. Although Josh Ryan, the pass was to Josh Ryan, it's Denny Maloney cleaning it up once more. Kiley now for Doon. Ed Kiley, well hooked, took too much time to Ed Kiley there. And it's Patrickswell now looking to get possession. It's Cian Lynch, and Cian Lynch on the run. Decides to take the option of shooting for a point, but surprisingly from Cian, from that angle, Kieran, it's one he would have expected to have gotten. Yeah,
but to be fair, you'd imagine he would have pointed. But to be fair to Doon, they had 3 opportunities and 3 chances to clear the ball, right? And you're kind of saying to yourself, right, you've a chance here, 6 minutes to go, 3 points up, don't be doing anything silly, keep it nice and simple, get the ball into our danger area, which is our full forward line, as quick as we can. We might have an old chance to close out the game.
Another substitution for Doon as Jack Ryan replaces Patrick Cummins with 8 minutes left of regular time here in this Limerick Senior Hurling Championship semi-final, the first of 2 semi-finals, brought to you live on sportinglimerick.com. It's Nigel Foley now with the ball. His clearing hand pass is brilliantly blocked by Dean Coleman, as Kieran Carey said earlier in the game, and on several occasions in this game he's an absolute handful to deal with on any given day, is Dean Coleman. As both sides looking to gain possession here, it's Coleman who's in there again. It's Darragh O'Donovan trying to get it, several players trying to get it. In the end it's Barry Murphy, who again been very impressive for Doon, under pressure here. As Josh Considine with the ball, he gets the hand pass away, but play is brought back for a free. Matt?
Good tenacious defending there, and good vision by Josh Considine. Got in there and was about to clear it when he was clearly fouled, free out. Good defending by Patrickswell in that occasion.
Diarmuid Byrne's ready to take this one. He'll be looking to drop it around the square, you'd imagine, or even have it shy at it himself. He's pointing at something. It's Cian Lynch operating a full forward for this free, so I'd probably try to give it into Cian, and that's exactly what he's looking to do. There's 3 men round Cian. He's able to catch a superb one though. Cian Lynch, goal chance here, half blocked. The free has been given. Mike Sexton was playing advantage. Aaron Gillan will come in, but maybe Kieran something Patrickswell look for the final few minutes here, operating with Cian inside and full forward.
Yeah, but there's a good 8 minutes, and I'd imagine another 2 and tap that, so a good 10 minutes. I wouldn't get excited me going for goals. Take the points. They've plenty of opportunity up there, plenty skill up there. It's just a matter of getting the ball up to the forwards quick and get a few points. So I'd imagine Aaron bang this one over the bar.
Yeah, I would agree. I think it would be the right thing to do. That there is plenty time left, because you run the risk if you go for a goal and fail to get it, that it would hand Doon a major boost at this stage.
Aaron Gillan lining this one up now for Patrickswell, looking to reduce their Doon's lead to 2 points, and he does that with ease. 16 to 20 points here, but nearly 54 minutes on the clock, 6 minutes and whatever else Mike Sexton wants to add on left in this Senior Hurling Championship semi-final here at the Gaelic Grounds. It's Cathal McNamara in no rush to take this puck out. Doon leading by 2 points. Is Patrickswell's management here in front of us in the Mackey stand, looking to make another sub. Back with play, and Starrett Stablein looking to win this puck out, but it's Patrickswell coming away with it. But Barry Murphy is there again, not for the first time. Tommy O'Brien now under pressure from Murphy and Ed Kiley. Bit of a ruck developing with Kiley that comes away, lays it off to Darragh Donovan. Shooting chance for it, brilliantly backed, but down by Diarmuid Byrne, and Kevin O'Brien has the ball now for Patrickswell, looking to launch another attack. It's O'Brien, high one in, looking for Cian Lynch, who's been tightly marked by Richie English. Could argue that English had his hands all over Cian, but referee Mike Sexton plays on, and it's Jack Cummins who flicks it away. Kiley under pressure here from Patrickswell though. Neither side able to get the ball, but looks like Darragh Hearn has it in his hand now, and it's a Hearn coming away with it. Referee says play away. Patrickswell looking for a free. Second time round, Richie English is adjudged to have fouled Cian Lynch. Probably more of a free in the first instances. Patrickswell had the ball, but either way it's another chance for Aaron Gillan to reduce the lead.
Yeah, but Doon look a bit jittery. It's coming to the closing line now, and there's probably a bit of fear kind of creeping in. Are we good enough to go all the way? And possibly fear might be kind of holding them back to say yes we are, and did 2 or 3 chances there to clear the ball between the full back line and half back line. Now they give away a silly cheap free again, handed it back by Richie English over the bar.
Agree completely with Kieran. There was 2 or 3 chances there, and there was no excuse for not clearing it. And this is what we spoke about. The mental strength comes into play at this stage. But now there is a substitute, I think, coming on for.
For Patrickswell, Matt, it's Jason Glan has come on for Lar Considine. Maybe a bit harsh on Lar, but didn't have the best of second half. To be fair, not much ball gone into him. The results also for Doon is Matt flagged, and it's Micheál Ryan coming on the field for them. I didn't quite spot who's gone off, Matt.
I haven't yet. I haven't seen anybody coming off yet. But we alluded to the impact of Darragh Donovan, particularly in the second quarter. It hasn't been nearly as marked in the second half.
Aaron Gillan taps that one over the bar. Indeed, it's Ed Kiley, who's had a difficult couple of minutes, the man who's been taken off by Doon. But Patrickswell have reduced their advantage to 1 point now, 2:16 to 21 points, 56 minutes on the clock. As Cathal McNamara now launches this one downfield, restart play with a puck out, looks for Josh Ryan and Dean Coleman. It's Coleman who flicks it on, and the ball bounces in. It's Barry Murphy who's come up with it. Murphy now lays the ball off to Darragh Stapleton, who's going to be put under pressure by Diarmuid Burns. Stapleton now, and it's Burns that comes away with it. It's just what Patrickswell need at this moment, and it's Burns that's fouled by Barry Murphy on that occasion. Leadership shown there from Diarmuid Burns. Badly needed leadership, but all over the field. You would have to say much greater composure on the Patrickswell. Back the defence is quite composed, and when they get it up here, they're prepared to be patient even though time is running out, and create the chances. Here's a possible equaliser. It's Kevin O'Brien on the run. He gets a flick to it. He's under a great bit of pressure from Stevie Ryan. It's not a good one from Kevin though, it has to be said. It's gone to the right and wide, but as both Matt and Kieran have said, with only a couple of minutes left in ordinary time, Doon are showing the signs of a team that's nervous. Maybe the fear of winning starting to take hold from them. Looking to reach their first final since 2000, as we've already mentioned, as Cathal McNamara now gets play back underway. Sean O'Brien up for it under pressure from Michael Ryan, wearing 15 in his back, but has only just recently entered the fray. Scrum develops again with the ball, or a ruck, whatever you want to call it at this stage, as Mike Sexton blows it up. He'll throw the ball in. It's going to be Darragh O'Donovan and Sean O'Brien. He tries to usher several more players out of it, but they're looking to it. And it's Doon, neither side able to come away with the ball. It's Darragh O'Donovan in possession. O'Donovan now didn't really have a look, and as a result it's tailed to the right and wide. And again, Doon have had chances in the last 5 or 6 minutes to extend their lead. It stayed at 3. It's only down to 1 now as Brian Murray gets play back underway. Puck out. It's flicked on. Well kept in play, it has to be said, by Kevin O'Brien at this stage, and Tommy O'Brien putting Jack Ryan under pressure. In fact, Jack Cummins has lost the ball. Kevin O'Brien now back inside. It's Jack Keller with a chance to level it. Brilliant block down from Cummins after atoning for his earlier error. It's Maloney to Mikey O'Brien now as Doon looks to come away with the ball. Long one downfield is well read by Sean O'Brien, but he's unable to get it. Pat Ryan now. Poor touch again by Pat Ryan, and Sean O'Brien lays it off. It's Calvin Carroll brilliantly blocked by Barry Murphy now, as Doon holding on to the slender 1 lead with Dean Coleman. 1 point lead. Coleman looking to double it, and it's a fantastic ball in for Dean Coleman. Brilliant catch by Brian Murray. Ball was going over the bar. Murray kept his eye on it. Little jump just to stop it going over, and he picks out Jack Keller. Keller now with a ball across, looking for Keane Lynch. Over the head of both him and Richie English, but it's Kevin O'Brien with a chance here for Patrickswell. We go for goal. He does save. Colin McNamara. Chance to lay for Patrickswell, but Richie English makes the decision to get out of dodge and flick it wide. It'll be Dermot Burns to take the 65, but Kieran, a goal chance that popped up for Patrickswell, and Kevin O'Brien had to go for it.
He did, but to be fair, he made it easy for the goalie. It was straight at him, and the longer the game's gone on, Doon or jittery. Pat Ryan had a bit of a chance out here, missed it. Dean Coleman another chance here. So they had chances to put away the game, but they haven't done yet. So the longer this goes on, the more in confidence Patrickswell. They obviously can smell blood, so Keane Lynch is inside there for the last 5 minutes. He's creating a hassle inside there. Havoc.
Indeed he is, as Dermot Burns lines this one up, looking to level the score. 2-16 to 21 points. Doon hold a 1 point advantage. Of course, if it manages to stay level, and straight over the back spot from Dermot Burns. It's Patrickswell in the ascendancy. Time is up here at the Gaelic grounds. 2-16 to 22 points. All square here in the first of our 2 semi-finals, live on sportinglimerick.com, as Colin McNamara launches one downfield. McNamara now. Doon players go up for it. It's Pat Ryan that got a hand to it, but it's Patrickswell to come away with the ball. And again, it's Mark Carmody on that occasion, but he's lost possession. It's Michael Ryan here for Doon. Hint of a foul there. Mike Sexton decides to play on. Josh Considine now to flick away. Again, another ruck developing here. Neither side able to come out with it, but in the end it's Sean O'Brien who lays it off. Gains possession, lays it off to Dermot Burns. Burns on the run now. Brilliant challenge by Josh Ryan from Doon, and Doon on the attack through Ryan, he lays it off. Chance for Darragh Stapleton. It's a super strike from Darragh Stapleton. It's gone to the left and wide, and what a chance for Doon. An absolutely glorious chance for Doon to go a point up. For 1 minute of added time played here. Great chance for Doon. Dermot Burns came out with the ball. Huge hit from Josh Ryan. Then he gained possession, laid it off to Stapleton. But Stapleton, who scored 4 points today, couldn't argue. But anyway, back with play. Aaron Gillan wins it into Darragh Hurl. But yet again, it's Dennis Maloney coming away with it for Doon. Maloney, quick pass to Michael Ryan now. He's Maloney on his shoulder again. He has seen him now. Maloney with a chance. You put money on him to tap it over the bar. It's Dennis Maloney who puts Doon in. Looking now to get back on level terms again. We've 2 minutes nearly played of added time as Doon come away with it again. It's Dean Coleman. Anywhere but near his goal from Coleman. Launches it in. Murray takes it. Cool head from Brian Murray. He's lost the ball as Brian Murray. Pat Ryan under pressure from Ryan. Brian Murray. Both players still trying to get the ball. Murray's lying all over. Oh, it's not a free in at this stage. It's going to be given as a throw in. An unmercifully poor error for Brian Murray, one you'd never usually see him make. But he absolutely lied in the ball, Matt, and that should be a free in for Doon.
Should have been, but Brian, to be fair, Brian would be no use on Bolt. He knows that himself, so him trying to take on one of the boys is total waste of time. He 2 defenders there, it's simple option was bang and a straight puck out, and hopefully might get an old free or a score. So very lucky it wasn't a free in for Doon there, to be fair.
Sub on the Doon team now. Michael Barry is eventually getting on. It's going to be Darragh Stapleton coming off. Stapleton has had an excellent game. He had that chance to put Doon ahead, but 4 points from half forward. and a ton of work on top of that from him today. It's going to be a thrown ball on the 21 metre line. Nearly 3 minutes of injury time played, Matt.
What a story it would be if yeah.
And there it is, Doon are in the final. A fantastic victory for this Doon side. They have beaten Patrickswell 217 to 22 points. A shock in some people's eyes. We talked about it before the game, Kieran. Huge chance for Doon to really show what they were made of today. They've done it the hard way. They were leading by 3 points for most of the second half. Last 10 minutes they got a bit nervous, but in the end they've seen it out.
They had, to be fair, and to me, it wouldn't be a huge shock, to be fair, because they played Patrickswell earlier on there. They won by 2 points, and okay, they won by a point, but you alluded. Stapleton had a chance, Pat Ryan had a chance, Deal Coleman had a chance. No, but to be fair, as semi-final goes, it was an outstanding game, and Doon, to be fair, I'd say probably deserves their win today, if I have to call a spade a spade. Their big guns kind of hurled for a lot longer periods of the game, and Richie English did a nice kind of job there on Keane. Anytime ball went down, he didn't mind if it broke, there was someone on it, so he kind of shielded him. I think overall really Doon deserves to be in the county final, and Patrickswell, I suppose, really will be looking at discipline, because Doon got a lot of scores from frees, and but as I said, up until this point, Limerick Senior County Hurling, we needed a massive game. I think we got a fair old game today, and hopefully now the Piarsaigh and Kilmallock game will live up to the same expectation.
Matt O'Callaghan, a tough day for Patrickswell to take. Never really hit the heights that they may have expected this season, but no, it's semi-finals are there to be won, and Doon have certainly won this one, and deservedly so.
Yeah, and I suppose they passed the test that we spoke about at half time. The challenge was to build on it, like that they had half an hour to get into a county final, and they did it, and like what a story it is, and Kieran flagged it very early on, the impact of Denny Maloney, that he should come up with the winning point in a county semi-final. But it was a county semi-final that had everything, and I suppose it was a county semi-final that mirrored in many ways why Limerick are All-Ireland Senior Hurling champions, and why Limerick have been so successful in the club championship in recent years. Patrickswell will be disappointed, but they will take a certain amount of consolation to end up being beaten by a point, or be within a point of a county final. I suspect maybe 5 or 6 weeks ago, when they were struggling in the group stages of the championship, they would have taken it, but that is scant consolation now. The day belongs to Doon, and they have now put 2 performances back to back. There was no question they got a different type of challenge today than they probably did against Kilmallock, for the simple reason that for the most part they were comfortably ahead against Kilmallock, but Patrickswell came at him today, came at him with intent and with purpose. And when they went, when Patrickswell sent over the equalizer there in injury time, that was the real test of Doon. And you'd have to say that they responded, and I suppose on the balance of play, they deserve to be where they are, and they will look forward to the final in 2 weeks' time.
Indeed they will. We'll be back shortly for the second of our 2 semi-finals live on Sporting Limerick. That's going to be in Piarsaigh and Kilmallock at 3:45 p.m. But from us here, a jubilant Doon side as they do their warm down over on the far side here in the Gaelic grounds. They've beaten Patrickswell by a single point. Denny Maloney with the winning score. A fantastic day for Doon. We'll be back shortly for the second.